Tonight, there's a renewed request from first responders. Stop calling 911 if you think you have mild COVID symptoms. More emergency services in the metro are being overwhelmed. News 4's Paige Halsey is in Florissant explaining the threat to resources you could need.
We have this UVC light, and that can kill many of the airborne pathogens and different things, including COVID. And then we wipe down any high contact surface areas.
This is the routine the Florissant Valley Fire Protection District goes through in its ambulances multiple times a day now.
They have any symptom, fever, cough, headache, any of those symptoms for COVID or some sort of the flu-like symptoms, anything like that, we do this.
The district has already gotten 57 calls for a patient with COVID symptoms in the first 12 days of this year, a rate that could dwarf the 409 they got in all of last year.
In addition to more calls, each call is also taking longer. Between using the UV light and wiping everything down, that can add 20 to 30 minutes after each patient rides in this ambulance.
We actually had a shooting where the ambulance that would have responded to that shooting was not available, so we had to use an ambulance from one of our other houses to get there. It took them a few extra minutes. Fortunately, it did not turn out to be a life-threatening incident, but the fact remains is the ambulance that normally responds to that area wasn't available, so a fill-in had to be used.
And situations like that are happening more often as residents call 911 for a ride to the hospital with symptoms like a cough or fever, hoping to get a COVID test.
The problem that we're seeing in the pre-hospital setting is when we get to the hospital, there are so many people already there that the people that we transport will either find themselves waiting or not being able to get a test because there's no test available.
This isn't only a problem in North County. Earlier this week, News 4 told you the city of St. Louis is seeing 4 times as many COVID-related calls.
They're calling us right away because if they call the urgent access cares, they can't get a response.
Florissant Valley already added a 4th full-time ambulance after a 10% increase in overall calls between 2020 and 2021. Now, they're hoping the demand will decrease as fast as it ramped up.
It would be difficult. It's going to be trying on the crews if these numbers continue at the pace that they're currently operating.
In Florissant, Paige Halsey, News 4.